Oh wait, I think we're live, and I immediately had to stand up to unplug my cat's water because it's so fucking loud. I forgot to advertise this on Instagram this week. I normally try to. Man, I gotta catch my breath already. Whew! I forgot. Jesus, I forgot to advertise this on Instagram earlier, so probably gonna have less viewers than normal, which is fine. Whatever. So I always tell people I'm kind of just here to build Lego. I don't know if somebody watches or not. That's cool. Real quick, legal disclaimers. All the views expressed are my own or whatever. They don't express or mention anything about the people I work for, the company I own, that kind of stuff. This is all just stream of consciousness bullshit. And chances are I'll just embarrass myself. And if I offend you, my bad. Maybe just try not to be offended. Nah, I wouldn't say it like that. But, like, seriously. You should know what you're getting into by watching Quick Build After Dark. It's just a lot of fucking bullshit from yours truly. Look at my nips. It fucking must be cold in here, I guess. We're building Batman, the Adam West Batman, rip in peace. Adam West was the Batman in like 1963?
Jesus.
Maybe that was right.
Very loud beat.
Sorry, wife was saying something. I think the headphones just died, by the way. What's great, though, is you actually can't use those headphones and charge them at the same time. More tech problems with the headphones, because Nicole used them for, like, she used them every Quick Build After Dark, because our basement isn't ready yet. So eventually I'll be filming in my basement with all my Lego behind me, not in my fucking kitchen. Like, look at this. What kind of set is this? And then Nicole will be upstairs watching Star Trek or whatever she does. But right now she, like, puts on her headphones, she watches Star Trek, but she didn't charge the headphones from last time, so they're dead. Dumb. But these things happen, whatever. Ooh, there are some stickers. Batman. I'm trying to actually like stage the show better. Because as you guys know, if you've ever watched this before, it's a terrible show. Honestly, the lack of quality is probably what makes it even better. Like, listen to that. I just got an email mid-show. That's the worst. Oh, that's awesome, actually. It's good news. I got a contract signed for work. So that's some extra money in my pocket. I like seeing that. Probably shouldn't be disclosing that right on this, but say lovey. Okay, so we're going to start with bag one. I know, shocking. I'm going to start with the first bag. But you didn't see that one coming. 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Beautiful. Wow, even my teeth weren't strong enough. This is a bad bag. Don't you love that audio, guys? Always my favorite audio is the opening of the Lego set and just dumping it out. Sounds great. Well, that's a piece I haven't seen before on the set. Actually came out quite a while ago. That's embarrassing. I'm getting bad at Lego, apparently. Like it's a downward bracket with curve on a 2x3 plate. Kind of a weird piece. Look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that quality. You can see that piece so well. Look it up. Its part number is 6362375. There you go. 6362375. That's the new part that I had not seen yet. Look, I bet it's going to be in like the next set I fucking build. Like the next newer set I build is going to have that piece. And I'm going to be like, oh, guess I'm just dumb. Oh, fuck. Okay, 1, 2, 3, we're on 1. Normally I would drink here, but I've actually been advised by my doctor to cut down a little bit on drinking because I'm having some acid reflux problems. Acid reflux. Hey, Nicole, you want some acid reflux?
No.
Acid reflux is the proper word. But it gave me some good meds, so, you know, got that going for me. I didn't need a blood test, you know. Fun stuff, isn't it? It's a spiced rum and Coke, which I actually completely by accident bought spiced rum. Because I was like, oh, I want some rum and Cokes. And I bought spiced rum and went, oh, did not mean to get spiced rum. Definitely would have gone for regular rum. So I know I keep building these helmets almost every episode. We're done the helmets. This is the last helmet, I swear. Probably the next build will be, I don't know, something else. Probably not the DeLorean. We'll build something, okay? Just get pumped for it, because this show is the best, and obviously you're gonna phone home about it, tell all your friends about how good I am at building or whatever, Tell a friend about this show. You don't have to get them to watch it. Just tell them about it. Explain it to them, and they'll most likely say to you, "The fuck, that sounds terrible." And you know what? That's what we're looking for at Quick Build After Dark. Uniform, combining the power of the one with the power of the farm. Uniform. But yeah, lack of quality is what this show is supposed to be. And that's how we roll. One sec, I need to open up this stream because for some reason our Facebook comments come in without names. And I can't call somebody out for being a shithead or whatever if I don't have their proper name. And obviously we're just going to struggle to even find the group that this goes in. Lego Star Wars Collectors Canada, check us out. We're in Canada. We collect the Star Wars. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. You're a huge fucking loser. Come join us. But that's just what the Lego groups all are. Just a bunch of fucking losers. All together, jerking each other off. Quick Build After Dark, TM. Which, I wish I could say this was trademarked, but obviously it's the most generic name ever. But we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna try our best, guys. And I'm gonna keep building this Lego. So it looks like there's some yellow in here. There's lots of brackets as normal. It's kind of standard for these fucking helmets. As always, I honestly kind of hate building these helmets, but I own all of them, so it was a no-brainer that I had to buy the next Batman. I think I got a good promo with it, or whatever the fuck. Probably the Jane Goodall promo or that little taxi promo. The one that came out a month late that was clearly supposed to come with the boutique hotel, so it was oh, great. Now we all got to spend a little more money to get another. And I was so worried I wouldn't get one. I ended up with fucking 3. And then same problem with Jane Goodall. I was oh my god, I'm not going to get one. Now I have 2. And it's obviously I'm going to just spend fucking less money on Lego, clearly. But we're not there yet. We're just at the disappointing phase of building Lego on this live stream while drinking. Onward and outward, my friends. That's the wrong size. There's a lot of dark blue in this helmet. The helmet is dark blue, so that makes sense. I built the other Batman the other day. It's pretty cool, actually. I wouldn't say it was a bad build. Definitely wasn't anything to write home about, but I've built worse sets. Ooh, has everybody seen the fucking DeLorean that's coming out? I'm pretty pumped for that DeLorean. I don't even know why, I'm not that big a fan of Back to the Future. That's good. I can respect it. I'm not die hard like some people, though. One of my buddies was so excited for this DeLorean. This DeLorean that got delayed probably 6 months at this point. Remember hearing the rumor near that Ghostbusters car that came out? Oh, longer than 6 months. And it kind of feels they delayed it because of COVID, even though Lego was still making buku bucks and doing great during COVID. But now COVID's done, obviously. Well, certainly feels like it's done because all the fucking restrictions are just getting lifted. Which, I know a lot of people were oh, we're sick of restrictions, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. That's fine. We all wanted to do stuff.
No politics.
We all wanted to do stuff. That's fine. I get it. I'm probably going to keep my mask on, though. You know why? Because I don't want anybody seeing my fucking face. I've made a lot of enemies online. Yeah. So it's an exciting time. Everything's changing. We're going back to normal almost, kind of. Hospitals are still pretty full. But, yeah, we were bound to get there eventually. And just like this build, because eventually I'm going to finish this build. Today, though, this is probably going to be a short and sweet Quick Build After Dark, because I can't drink. And I only have one build today. Normally I would have 2 helmets or something. last week. I swear I've spent like the last like 4 weeks building these fucking helmets though. And then I built the Dark Trooper helmet. Fuck, I'm so happy I didn't do that one live. That build sucks. Like, it's great because it looks really good, but the fucking thing is the most delicate thing I've ever built. Like, even that new Volkswagen bus has a lot of like little issues where it just breaks when you touch it. My wife actually built that one because she buys all the cool like cars and stuff. Like, she got the Vespa. She has the other Volkswagen bus. She has like a Mini Coupe and a Beetle and shit like that. So like that's the kind of thing she builds. And normally I'll like kind of give it a once over for her to make sure that it's all good and like she didn't mess up anything. Because she'll get upset if something's messed up on it. Right, Nicole?
Yeah.
So I like went through the Volkswagen bus. There's nothing wrong with it. It just falls apart. It's like it's made out of butter. So fucking brittle. You know, brittle like butter. Everybody knows the expression, brittle like butter. Hey, Nicole, is butter brittle?
Better butter brittle.
Better butter brittle. You heard it here first, folks. Heard it here first. We're still building the Batman thingy for people who are just joining.
Brittle like basalt. Ooh.
I don't know what my wife says sometimes. She just likes talking, I guess. But co-host Nicole will hopefully be returning for some episodes in the future, as she seems to hate being on Quick Build After Dark, but is beloved by the community and everybody loves her. So, you know, it's kind of unfair because I do Quick Build After Dark all the time and I love it, but nobody loves me. But Nicole shows up and people are go fucking buck wild. They're like, wow, co-host Nicole is here. Yay. And they shit themselves. Like aggressively shitting themselves. Like they shit themselves to death. Imagine how much it would suck to shit yourself to death, though. Like, imagine you were like, you feel a shit coming on, and you're like, oh wow, I think I'm gonna shit. But then you die shitting. And you like get up to heaven or wherever the fuck you go after you die, and you're just like, did I just die shitting? And like whoever's there goes, yep. Like you'd never fucking live that down. Like forever, you'd be the guy who died shitting. Like in Coco, that guy who choked on a chorizo. That's a great movie, by the way. If you haven't watched Coco yet, go check it out. Also check out Encanto. It's a good movie too. We're just plugging all the Disney stuff today, I guess. What's a non-Disney movie that you should watch? Anything by Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind. That's technically a Disney movie, Nicole. All the translations of Studio Ghibli movies were done by Disney. Fun fact, if anybody wanted to know that, Studio Ghibli is the only, like, the closest thing to anime I can watch. The problem is I take myself too seriously to like anime. And obviously, I hate the Japanese. Not true. I just don't like the way anime is made. Not into it. I do like the Japanese, though. Like sushi. How could you dislike a people that came up with sushi? That shit's so fucking good. Throw some wasabi on there, get some soy sauce up in that bitch. Fucking shove that raw fish and seaweed and rice down my gob. Fuck. I love sushi. Sushi is so much money. Every time you go and get sushi, you see the bill and you go, fuck. Unless you go to like all you can eat sushi, which like you'll still kind of be like, fuck about the bill. But you'll feel better about it because you ate so much sushi that you're now like waddling around. Like that's how you get a good sushi fill. Last time I actually paid for a la carte sushi, it was like $12 and I got like 6 little rolls and I was like, this wasn't fucking worth it. Well, yeah, sushi, good shit. You know those Japanese? They made sushi. Pretty cool. Stupid fucking thing for me to say. So we're still building the Batman from the classic TV series, which actually have been 3 different Lego sets from the classic TV series. There's like the Batcave, which got so dirt cheap that like the resale value is never going to go up ever again. And then there's a little car that they released like last year. Like they released like a $34 car from the show. Fucking pretty slick move on Lego's part, given the last time we got like the classic Batman figure was in the thing. Which reminds me, I guess the helmet's not as expensive. Because every time I build one of these, I also get like an extra helmet, put it next to the stand of like a figure-sized helmet. And I was kind of worried that like, oh, classic Batman's helmet's gonna be expensive, but like they just released that new set, so maybe it won't be that bad. And also, I'm like 90% sure I have a spare one kicking around somewhere. Even then, maybe I have a fake one. Well, there's a random heart in Batman's skull. Not sure why. Maybe that's a thing. Just they wanted to throw a heart in there, I guess. It is good for like securing that plate above it. And it looks good. You know, you can't even tell that I just shoved a heart in there. Just shove that heart right in there. Oh my gosh. Once again, this is a quick build after dark. For legal reasons, the show isn't happening right now. That's all. Don't dwell too hard on that. Just pretend it's okay. You know, I should probably remind my wife that if she grabbed a Xbox controller and plugged those Apple headphones in front of her into it, she could also watch TV and listen to it.
No.
It's just a good reminder for her. But she hates fucking earbuds, so probably never going to happen. Unless she goes into the cupboard under the Xbox and finds the actual cable for the headphones, which you can use while they're charging if you plug it in directly. Yes, there's a gray cable in the Xbox cabinet that has the connection for those headphones. Just, you know, this is some hypothetical information. I'm not trying to tell anybody this. Hey, guess what, audience? Yeah, I just farted on my own stream. That's how fucking professional we are. Oh boy. That rum and Coke is pretty good. So, we're opening another bag. Got these two sections. They're going to probably make part of a Batman helmet. Oh, I'm actually supposed to connect them. Oops. Yeah, like that. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Well, that was like the worst thing that could have happened right there. Try that again. Oh, my God. Oh, there we go. That's the satisfying click we want. That's Batman's skull, everybody. There's no way I connected that correctly, though. No, that's right. Oh, it is supposed to overhang. There's a weird little overhang there. I give up. Next bag. And the tradition on Quick Build After Dark is that you make sure that you actually empty your bag correctly and you didn't just throw out any Lego. So, one sec. Tradition on Quick Build After Dark is every bag I take a shot. Like I said, today I'm not drinking as much. Sorry, everybody, if you're disappointed about the lack of alcohol consumption today. It's normally higher. As I said, I have a bit of a stomach problem. I'm not supposed to drink too much right now, so I'm taking it easy. So here's a shot, which I'm just going to take a big sip.
You should have poured shots of your mix.
Delicious. Should have poured shots of the mix is what Nicole's saying. Nicole doesn't get to say anything because she's not on the show today.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, unless she would grab a Lego set and come over and build it,
No.
which she's allowed to do. I guess not, guys. Guys, we got shafted. If you want Nicole to appear, just text her at 416.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm not going to actually say my fucking wife's number on here. But it's kind of cool that we both have 416 numbers, given like we're pretty young. And like in Toronto, there's 3 area codes. There's 416, 647, gross, right? And then 289, which basically means you're trash, subhuman. But yeah, if you don't have a 416 number, don't at me. Like, I actually have a buddy who, apparently this is also a joke from, I think, Seinfeld or How I Met Your Mother, but he refused to call back girls that he met at the bar if they had 647 numbers. And I find that really fucking funny. But honestly, at this point in my life, it's like, if you have a 289 number, you're probably too young for me. Because, like, what are you, 12? 289? Come on. What are we doing? I'm still building Lego. The show has not changed formats yet. We're not doing something else. I actually considered doing like live streams of video games at some point. The thing is, like, I'm involved in like the Lego community, so it would feel kind of weird to go do like another thing. But like, I wonder if that would be fun. Maybe it would. It might be more fun than building. But like I said, I'm very involved in the Lego community, so kind of stuck. I'm also good friends with like some slightly bigger names in the Lego community, which you'd think would make me more talented. Not how that works. I'm just as untalented as I've always been. But I know some clickbait weenies, as they are called apparently, officially by artists who are upset about their articles written about them. Which is so funny. Like, I'd love to make some shitty clickbait fucking content and get paid like decent money for it. But unfortunately, I just make shitty streams. Like, I'm not gonna go and make some video about like, I don't know, some clickbaity bullshit. Like, I don't know, let's talk Back to the Future. What clickbait would Back to the Future DeLorean car need to get viewed more? Should I say that, Okay, I just came up with a really bad joke about that. So, I wish I had a banner that was like terrible joke coming, but it should be Michael J. Fox trying to build the set. Say, Michael J. Fox unable to build Lego because he just keeps shaking it apart. Whew. Okay, so yeah, I feel bad about Michael J. Fox jokes. Or should I like do a Michael J. Fox building the DeLorean? I dress up like him and then I just shake. Yeah, okay. We're going to blow past that one. Let's get a story about people with Parkinson's. I want to raise awareness about you. Please go donate to the Parkinson's org. It's a great cause. Michael J. Fox is involved with. Yada, yada. Great thing. People get really upset about the Michael J. Fox jokes. Even like when you make jokes about fucking Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. Somebody after that Batman movie was like, wow, I can't get that Nirvana song out of my head. And I said, oh, the best way to do that would be with a shotgun. Use the Kurt Cobain method. And honestly, I thought that was a great joke. Apparently people don't like suicide jokes. Which, fair. Once again, if you're feeling that way, please contact the suicide hotline. You can reach them at a number. Please Google it. I'm not going to look it up right now to tell you. But yeah, obviously, I thought it was a banger. It did not hit the way I wanted it to hit. Too bad. But we can at least say that Kurt Cobain hit. Okay, we're going to move away from those jokes and move to hopefully something actually funny. I know it would be a first for this show, but hey, Nicole.
What?
You gotta mute.
What?
You gotta mute the TV.
It was muted. Xbox mute.
Nicole just wanted to play Star Trek for all of us, I guess.
Gotcha.
Nicole has fixed it. No more Deep Space Nine, which we're currently watching through again. Well, Nicole didn't watch as much of it because, like, she was working at the time. I was an unemployed piece of shit. Well, not really unemployed. I run Quick Build. I was like running Quick Build full time, and she was going to work, so I was just like bombing through fucking Star Trek. And like I'm pumped because we're gonna watch Voyager next, which, fight me, may be the best Star Trek ever made. Trust me, I didn't say that Enterprise was the best Star Trek ever made. Somebody ever told me that they thought Enterprise was the best Star Trek? Ooh, there'd be a fucking homicide. Or, you know, better yet, if somebody told me that they liked Discovery more than any other Star Trek, literally, like, they could tell me they like Enterprise more than Discovery, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. But if somebody told me their favorite Star Trek was Discovery, you would never find the fucking body. God, how can people even like that? Like, fucking Enterprise is the one that ruined it, really. Because they went from like making good episodic content to being like, here's an arc that lasts the whole fucking season. And like, if you didn't like the arc, you were shit out of luck. And honestly, that's like, you can't do it like that. You need to go back to episodic content for Star Trek. New mystery, new planet, not this weird over arc. Ugh, like Discovery has the worst arcs ever. They're in the future, they're in like the mirror dimension for like 6 fucking episodes, and you're like, guys, the mirror dimension? 1 episode is too many of it. Like, it's a cool thing. It's great to have like 1 or 2 episodes of the mirror dimension a season. That's it. Don't fucking dwell into the fucking mirror dimension for that long, because it's shitty. It's not Star Trek. It's not going to new worlds and discovering new life forms and fucking them. Well, that's the Riker method. That's my issue with Discovery. Also, good cast, pretty well made show, but you don't need a fucking whole season arc. Like, just give us some fun bullshit. Go to a planet, write some weird sci-fi horror. Like, oh, there's a silicon-based monster and it wants to fuck Spock. That kind of shit. Not like, don't bring Spock and then Pike into the fucking show. It's like, oh, the show was doing so badly that they went, okay, we can bring Pike in. And then they went, well, people really liked Pike. We're going to give Pike a spin-off show. Almost like they understood, like, we probably want more episodic stuff. I gotta watch Star Trek Continues as well. It's one of the ones I'm missing. Thing is, I just like bombed through them on Netflix. I'm sure it's on like Crave or some shit. Sorry, I know we're in a Star Wars group and I'm building a Batman thing. And I'm talking about Star Trek. That's fucking weird. I promise eventually we're gonna have better lighting. You will actually see my face instead of the murder face. It's great. And you can see my nipples really well right now. It's a very thin shirt. Just very nipply. But yeah, should we talk about Kenobi? So, Kenobi's coming up. Pretty cool. Everybody's excited, right? Unless you're not excited, then you're wrong. But Kenobi's coming. We all know Kenobi's coming. But apparently there's supposed to be like Darth Maul in the show. But then like almost 2 years ago now, Ray Park, the guy who played Darth Maul, accidentally leaked a video on his Instagram of his wife sucking him off. Which, honestly, if that was on purpose, that's a baller fucking move. You go, I've been receiving some good-ass head. But then there was like a scandal and people were like, oh, he's posting it because his wife cheated on him and it's to humiliate her or whatever. And it was like, okay, weird. Could have just been a mad flex or just an accidental posting. Also, like, if you're an actor, you're not going to risk your career to get some revenge on your wife who's been cheating on you. Like, it's not worth it. As an actor, you just need to find a way to prove it so you don't have to pay her half your money. Easy peasy. Oh, shit. But yeah, Ray Park, apparently a baller, posting pics of him getting sucked off. Videos of him getting sucked off. But yeah, they've cut him. Now it's like the Inquisitor is going to be in it, looking weird as fuck. Hopefully they can fix that in post. Because currently, the Inquisitor was supposed to look like this. Now, like, the Inquisitor's long, skinny, tall. The Inquisitor right now looks like this. Looks like a dwarf almost. Like a fictional dwarf, not an actual small person. No offense to the small people. Apparently I heard that Peter Dinklage, not the king of the dwarves. Heard that from another dwarf actor. Do you call them dwarves? I want to call people what they want to be called, right? Like, I would never go out of my way to call somebody, like, the wrong name. Especially, like, some of the trans people I know, like, I know their dead names? Dead name is the word. I would never fucking call them that. Holy shit. Like, I knew them before, or one of my friends, I happened to catch a glimpse of her ID, which was, like, her as a dude. And now I know their dead name, and I'm like, I told her that I knew it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I happened to see it. But yeah, fucking embarrassing to know that. It's like, that's definitely info I never want to know. I never want to know people's dead names. Unless maybe, like, if somebody called them that, and I was there to go, hold the fuck up. That'd be kind of cool. I knew another trans person who had like, I don't know why I knew their name either. I think it was that they got dead named on Solo in the credits. That's why I learned their name. Which pretty funny story that like they got like an apology from Ron Howard himself about dead naming them in the credits. Which like honestly a pretty classy move, Ron Howard. Good on you, bud. Not that Ron Howard is scouring YouTube going, is this Canadian guy gonna say something nice about me today? But you know, if you are there, Ron Howard, first off, why? Second off, props to you, bud. That was a pretty cool move of you. Also, tell your daughter to stop directing episodes of Mando. There's a Boba Fett episode that Bryce Dallas Howard directed. And like I didn't know she directed it until the very end, but the whole episode was kind of like, why is the acting so weak in this? Like, why has everybody like forgotten how to act? Like, everything felt like hollow when a line was delivered. And then it finished and it said Bryce Dallas Howard, director, and I went, oh, okay, that's fair. But I told one of my like other really good friends who actually writes for a like blog thing, like a celebrity gossip blog. Oh, weird. It was like, I've never noticed the bad directing, but now I feel kind of bad because they may watch another episode and go, ooh, maybe the directing was kind of bad in that. But unfortunately, that friend has gone deaf. So maybe that's why they didn't notice. No offense to the deaf, but maybe the deaf. Why am I saying that so weird? No offense to the deaf people, but like most of you can hear like a little. You're mostly hard of hearing. Do you really catch the candor and like the tone of people? Because it could be based on like facial expression and movement of the mouth. Well, that's definitely something to think about. I feel like the show could benefit from me like pulling in some like random expert one day. Be like, hey, so I said something horrible about deaf people. Let's what can you say about that? And then like I guess they pipe in with like smarter opinions and stuff. But then again, like which expert would want to risk their career being on this show? And it's not like you can just bring in a deaf person and know everything about deaf people. Unless you know, like, people of color, then they know everything about their own race, right? That was a joke. You should never assume somebody knows everything about the group they belong to. Kind of shitty. But, you know, you do you. Some people won't punch you in the face. Some people will. Oh, this is a great fucking episode so far, guys. I'm having a good time, which I think is what people hate about this show. They want me to suffer. They want to see me like miserable, just sitting here being like, ugh, kill me. Do it now. Kill me. Every time I try to do Arnold in that movie, I sound like weirdly Mexican. Unlike when I do the like, need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. I don't know if that was good, but I'm sure it was terrible. Still, it's a fun one. I can't do another, like, I call it a German accent. Arnold's from Austria, actually. So it's an Austrian accent. But he's like the only kind of like Germanic accent I can really do. You know, your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Whatever the fuck. It was a cool build, actually. I really enjoy it. I think it looks better than the other Batman one. Because they just like left the bottom of the cowl empty. The bottom of the cowl on the other Batman is like a window that's like trans black. And it really doesn't look that great at all. So yeah. Hopefully, if they make more Batman helmets, they won't do that other trick. Also, like I was looking online, there's some people who did like mods for it, so it looks like it's tan and it has like that like smirking Batman from the comics. Honestly, it looks better, and I kind of wish they did that. But like as you know, they're probably not going to do something like that just because Ooh, it doesn't really fit in the style of the other helmets. But I'm definitely going to do it. I always like the smaller ears on a bat cowl. It makes it just look better. They're just so pointy and long. Like I saw that recent Batman last week. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. His parents die at the beginning. But aside from that, like, you know, big spoiler for Batman that his parents die. Here we are, bag 3. So, another one of these bases. I kind of wish I could just pre-build a ton of these bases just so I never have to build one ever again. But where it's so easy. Now, big gulp, another bag. Still building Batman Cowl. Who, shockingly, not Simon Cowell's brother. You know, Batman Cowl. Yeah, take it in. It's a horrible joke. You can groan. It's allowed. But you can only groan for a short time. And then you need to come back to me. Fucking, I didn't quote that meme the way I wanted to. Where did that lead you? Back to me. Back to me. I can't do a Thanos impression. It's kind of just like deeper voiced, like there's a, what did it cost you? And he goes, everything, little one. Actually, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't that bad, right, Nicole?
Sure.
Nicole just said sure, so I guess it was bad. Was it bad?
It was fine.
Fine. I'm fine. A little glonky, bro. I got a little glonky last week. My buddy, who is an avid marijuana smoker, offered me a massive joint. By the way, this is filmed in Toronto, Canada. So marijuana is legal across all of the country.
Provinces and territories.
The provinces and territories all have legal marijuana. So yeah, I smoked like this massive joint with one of my buddies at a party, and then I was just like in the corner, like.
You weren't even in the corner. You're like in the middle of the room in a chair.
I was in the middle of a room in a chair, just really stoned.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Because Nicole started singing the theme from fucking Disenchanted, and I started singing it back. Well, just super stoned, surrounded by a bunch of people. It was great. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I saw my neighbor that like lives behind me. He parks directly behind our fucking garage, and I always see him like fucking just park a little more over so I can like fully pull out. You know, because my pull-out game is actually weak as hell. And I just fucking saw him like get out of his car. He's like good-looking dude in a fucking do-rag, and I almost said, "Howdy, neighbor," and then immediately like kind of took in more of his look and went, I don't think he would laugh at that. I think he'd probably just be like, what the fuck? I just said, howdy, neighbor. Think it would have went well, Nicole?
I mean, yeah.
It probably would have been really funny, actually. I think he probably would have just laughed. But yeah. It made me think of there's like this really stupid video of this guy like walking around like the hood, seeing black people and saying, hello, N-word. And just seeing how they reply to it. And his defense, he'd always go, oh, no, I said neighbor.
He was actually saying my neighbor. He was actually saying my neighbor.
No, he was not.
He was.
Nope. No, that guy was straight up saying the N-word.
You can watch the whole video, though. Like, he says it. You can hear him say, hey, my neighbor. But he says it, like, really, like slurs it all together, and everyone goes, what? He goes, my neighbor. Neighbor. I live next door.
Does he?
Yeah.
I swear that guy straight up says the N-word to multiple people.
Doesn't. That's the whole joke. He doesn't actually say it.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I thought this video was way worse, I guess. But yeah, he'd say it like kind of sounding like he was saying my N-word. And then people would be like, what? That was great. That was a nice way of me to say that. People would be like, what the fuck, man? And then he'd be like, oh, yeah, I said my neighbor. It's really funny because there's one dude, he said, howdy neighbor or whatever. And the guy just straight up went, hey, my N-word, like hard N-word, just biking by, like whatever. This guy was like, I don't give a fuck. There's another person who was like, where do you live though? And like kind of like called him out, like, do you actually live around here? Like kind of called him out. It's really funny. It's like no, I know what you're doing, you fucking asshole. And I'm not permitting it. Is kind of how that felt. Pretty funny. But yeah, I guess in that moment I went and made the right choice, because if I said howdy neighbor, he may have thought I said something else. I think I made the right decision on that one. Although for some reason, maybe think of so do you guys remember Liam Neeson was in Cold Pursuit? And in an interview, somebody was like, oh, have you ever like tried to go after some vengeance or whatever? And like Liam Neeson told like a pretty fucked up story about like his friend got like assaulted by a black dude. And he was like going around with like a pipe looking for a black dude to beat up. Not even the right one, just someone. And he called the guy like a black bastard. And it was like, woo, Liam Neeson, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? And like obviously he was just like, he was talking about how horrible it was and how he shouldn't have done it. So I think it was a little more acceptable. Just, you know, like a smidge. But I remember I went to a Lego con right after, and it was like Liam Neeson, who plays Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars, was like beside like a black character. And I was like, oh, can't have them next to each other. Liam Neeson like doesn't like that. And the guy I said that to was like just not having it. It's just like, okay. I'm like, oh, you didn't hear? Like Liam Neeson said something fucked up this week. Didn't land. It was a pretty funny moment. As you know, this Quick Build After Dark, terrible show. That little dialogue was probably shocking and harsh to watch. But yeah, I'm just trying not to be so negative about people who don't agree with my opinions right now. You know, because like, vaccines work. I just snuck that in. Sorry. But yeah, we're trying to be a little better about that. So honestly, I just noticed I've just been trying to find people to piss off, and it's just like, it's not funny if you're just trying to piss people off. It's a lot more funny if you're just being like, hey, Bill Gates didn't have anything to do with the vaccine. You know, stuff like that. I think that's funnier, right? Well, give us a like and subscribe if you think it's funny. Oh, sorry. I was trying to remember how to build Lego for a second there. Did I take my big gulp? We're going to do a second one just in case. Yeah, big gulp for opening a bag. So Adam West was the first Batman, like live action Batman. And like, you should really check out some Adam West if you can. It's goofy as fuck. Like, I thought Star Trek was goofy, but like, in reality, the original series of Star Trek is really just a product of its own time, where like everything on TV was just like a fucking joke. It's some goofy bullshit. The actors were underpaid, probably overworked. Great. That's the moment we all are waiting for with Quick Build After Dark, the dramatic burp. But yeah, old TV at the time was just kind of goofy as fuck. But you watch Adam West Batman, and you're like, wow, this is like major goofy. And he also like, whenever Batgirl's involved, he just accidentally reaches back and like slaps her on the tits constantly. Almost like that was more acceptable at the time. Which is gross. Can't believe there was ever a time when it was okay to just grope women. Ugh. Fucking gross. Like, lots of people did it, apparently, too. Makes it even worse. Even worse. Oh, fuck. I hate building the bases of these fucking things. And, like, this one is, like, it's trying to be clear, but there's literally a thing in the middle that, like, you can see the support in the middle of the clear stuff. So stupid. Like, just make it black. Follow the style of all the other ones. Also, I would have liked to see a clear bracket on this because there's a dark bluish gray bracket, like just like in here. See, it's clear, but you just see the support inside. So, like, not that clear, I guess. Oh, Christ. I'm glad everybody keeps showing up. It's been a really fun stream so far. Thanks, everybody. As we continue to finish off this Batman helmet. Just going to finish off Batman's helmet. Oh, yeah. And like I said, we're probably going to end when the build finishes. This is just the only build I have right now. I know it's going to be shorter than a normal one. But like I said, I'm not supposed to drink as much. And I got to be up early. There's a tour lug event at Yorkdale in the morning. Got to be there bright and early, like 9 a.m. pretty much. It's going to suck. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not really too worried about it. Fantastic. Oh, sorry. Got a little distracted there, guys. That was weird. I wish they just gave it a standard base. It's going to look a little wrong with the rest of them. So is it not actually going to connect properly? That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's not actually connected to the thing at all. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? That's weird. Why not? Why does it not actually connect? Oh, I put it on backwards. Helmet is on, and plop this bad boy right here. Voila! The Batman's helmet. Actually looks really cool. Kind of annoyed it doesn't connect to the base. You know, I'm probably going to knock it right the fuck off several times in the future because of that. So I'll probably fix that and make it actually connect. But this has been Quick Build After Dark. I'll finish my drink and we're done for the day. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I assure you we will be back to 2-hour episodes at some point. Like, once I've gotten the A-OK from my doctor to drink more. But currently, I just had a double. And that's all we're going to have for a little bit. So, probably just going to do some quick builds. And, yeah, that's it. Anyways, have a good night. Come back in the next 2 weeks. We will be live again at 8 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central. Is it 2 hours? Or is that Mountain Time? It's only an hour if it's Central. Whatever. You know your time zone. You know when to be here. Have a great night and drink responsibly. And stay thirsty, my friends. TM.